Hello, I'm Diana Gift, and this is my faith testimony speech. I am the youngest and the only girl of 5 children. My 4 brothers were born in the early 1950s, and I came along in 1971. I come from a Christian home where my parents attended church regularly, and I grew up going to church and Sunday school every week. And later on, when I finally became part of the congregation, I have to admit, I didn't go to church as often as I should have. In many ways, I was upset with God because I felt that He was punishing my family with challenges and health issues. My oldest brother was killed in a car accident when I was a year old. My mother, while carrying me, was developing rheumatoid arthritis, which only got worse as she got older. But she never let it stop her from doing the things that she loved, like gardening and sewing, taking care of her family. In 1988, my father had a stroke, which took away my father, the father I knew, and my mother lost her husband and her best friend. And she had to take on the responsibility of the bills and daily operations of a dairy farm that my father usually took care of. And now she was responsible for these bills and couldn't ask him for advice on how to handle them. After my father's stroke, my mother had to start doing all the driving, and going to the local bar was a daily ritual. So when I would get off the school bus, they would be going to their church. And I was mad at God again because not only had I lost my father, but now I had lost my mother as well, because they would stay there for quite a few hours at a time. So the challenges only got worse after that. The barn was struck by lightning in October of 1993. A true act of God, I would say, which ended our job as being a dairy farmer because we chose not to rebuild. My father was killed in 2002 while trying to cut down a tree, and so I lost my father a second time. My next oldest brother died from a blood clot in his lung after battling back from pneumonia in March of 2008. My next oldest brother died from a weak heart due to health issues, and this was in October 2009. My mother continued to struggle with her health issues. She lost her left leg, and then 4 years later she lost her right leg due to bad circulation from the arthritis. No, she did not have diabetes. And then she finally passed away in March of this year. As I look back at all the struggles and challenges that my family faced, I realize it only made me stronger, that everything happens for a reason, and I can't be mad with God because He got me out of a terrible relationship. I got to spend 3 wonderful years taking care of my mother, and it led me to Crown College. A verse from James chapter 1 verse 3 says, "Because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. I believe now that I realize God has been testing my perseverance all along, and I have to never give up and lose faith, because without trust there is no faith, and our faith is tested every day, and it makes you stronger. Thank you.